After the Third War, Cairne helped the Orcs establish their own nation, Durotar, but after that, he returned to his people to create a home for them in the new territory of the Tauren, Mulgore. In the northern part of Mulgore, Cairne created the city of Thunder Bluff, the capital of the Tauren. Cairne, being a wise and cunning old bull, established the city on top of 4 tall bluffs, which was the perfect defense against the Harpies and Centaur, whom continuously harassed the Tauren people, even after all these years. Unfortunately, not too long after Cairne had created a safe environment for his people, his only son, Baine Bloodhoof, the heir of his father's position as High Chieftain, was kidnapped by the Centaur and thought dead for some time. This left Cairne in a strong depression, making him incapable of leading his people. Fortunately, Rexxar, a Mok'Nathal who was sent by Thrall to request the aid of the Tauren in a battle against the human forces of Kul'Tiras, led by Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, arrived at Thunder Bluff and needed Cairne's aid. Cairne, though, was incapable of doing anything, his depression too deep for him to make the decisions that were required. Luckily, Rexxar wasn't just a normal grunt. He was a great warrior and was able to free the young Bloodhoof and return him to his father. After that, Cairne, freed from his depression, followed Rexxar back to Thrall and Durotar, promising him the aid of the Tauren in the upcoming battle. After the battle, Cairne returned to his people, but wasn't active until the War of the Lich King in Northrend was over. Cairne was sent to Borean Tundra to escort Garrosh Hellscream and the last remaining warriors of Northrend back home to Kalimdor. There, Garrosh and Cairne were attacked by the Valdir. The Valdir managed to stir up fear in the hearts of the brave warriors. The fear helped by the legends of the Valdir being untouchable since they were said to be one with the mist. Cairne, though, stabbed one Valdir and saw that this was not the case. You see, the Valdir played on their enemy's fear, using old legends and mist to boost their strategy. Cairne and Garrosh led the warriors to the Horde ship, slaughtering many Valdir in the process, but it was a retreat, and luckily they managed to escape the coast and their enemies. Soon after, they returned to Durotar, where Thrall held a feast, and after some time he decided to leave Azeroth and seek out his elders in Nagrand for some shamanistic advice to help Azeroth. To take his place temporarily, Thrall chose Garrosh Hellscream. Cairne wasn't too happy about this and told Thrall so. Sadly, that was the last time the old bull would talk to his orc friend. Thrall had left Azeroth, and the last words the two old friends shared had been an argument. Shortly after this, Cairne received a letter from his friend Hamul Rumtotem, telling him that some orcs had attacked a peaceful meeting between Tauren and Night Elf druids. But what no one knew was that the orcs who'd attacked this peace meeting in the name of the Horde were secretly a part of the Twilight's Hammer clan, manipulating the Horde and the Alliance into waging war upon one another. Cairne, of course, didn't know this, and soon found Garrosh blaming him for what had happened. This argument ended up sparking a Mok'Nathal, an honorable duel from old orc traditions. Each combatant was allowed to have their weapons blessed with holy oil by a shaman of their pick, and they also had to have one witness each. Cairne had his weapon, the rune spear, that had been passed down in generations among the Bloodhoof of Tauren, blessed by the Tauren shaman Baram Skychaser. Garrosh had his own weapon blessed by Grimtotem matriarch Magatha Grimtotem, who was known for hating Cairne and the Bloodhoof, even though Cairne had always welcomed her with open arms into Tauren society. The battle was hard, but in the end Garrosh managed to break Cairne's rune spear in half and make a slight cut into the bull's chest. This cut, which normally would have been harmless to a warrior like Cairne, proved to be the end of the chieftain. You see, Mok'Nathal had secretly poisoned Gorehau, Garrosh's weapon, instead of blessing it. Cairne fell by the hand of the new war chief of the Horde and Magatha Grimtotem. Rest in peace, old bull. Rest in peace.